TexarkanaFYI.com, Horn Hog Radio. Good morning, gentlemen. We've got Andrew Clark, Randall, Connery here at the Perot Theater. It's exciting times.
Yes, it is.
It's been a busy summer. Just real quick, I'm going to show. Look at that. These dumpsters out here. Cleaning and just getting rid of like a lot of old furniture. You guys got a lot going on.
Yes, so on September the 1st, the Texarkana Symphony Orchestra will take over management of the theater. And so we've spent the summer in transition between the Regional Arts Center that had been managing the theater prior to September 1 and cleaning out 40 years worth of paperwork and old furniture that's no longer useful to create more space and just general cleaning. And we'll be replacing a lot of the furniture in areas like the green room and spaces mostly behind the scenes, but a lot of it you'll see out front as well.
So much needed. You're going to do restroom work. I mean, a lot of the basics that most folks just don't even think about.
Yeah, well, last summer they accomplished doing a lot of the hands-free work for the plumbing in the restrooms. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing some repainting and some additional lighting, both in the public restrooms in the front of house, or the part that the public sees, and then downstairs in the basement where the dressing rooms are for traveling shows and concerts.
Well, now tell me, Mr. Clark, of course, you executive director of our Texarkana Symphony.
Yes.
But taking on the theater, what does that mean to the symphony?
Well, it's kind of a natural thing. This has been the
because this is your home
for 16 years. We've had a series here for 16 years, and a lot of symphonies actually manage halls like this for their communities. And the most exciting thing for us is that the management of the theater is going to stay local so that the community can still use it and it can still be accessible to everybody price-wise when it comes to tickets. And that's what we're most excited about. Our goal is to have the community be in here more as well as to increase the traffic use of rentals.
You've really done that, you guys, over the last couple of years by introducing a lot more diverse acts. I got to introduce B.B. King here. We've had Willie Nelson, who else? All of them. Yeah, didn't we even have a comedy show here not long ago, a couple of years back? Rodney King. So, bringing in all this diverse act, there was a lot of upgrades that needed to be made behind the scenes of the stage. And that's getting done too. So
yeah, some of the large work that will eventually allow bigger shows to come to Texarkana is still down the road, 5 or 10 years. The city began planning in 2018 for renovations, and that's one of TSO's priorities is to try to make that happen as quickly as possible. Coming up on the 100th anniversary of the building itself.
Right.
Not of the Pro.
And what did it start at? It started out, it was the Sanger
Theater.
And then the Paramount. And then Ross and them got involved for the renovations later. Because I was telling you that a lot of the gold plating, I did all that. Well, I say I did that. The high school, you remember this, Randall? The high schools, Texas High, Arkansas High, the high schools brought their art classes for like a week. And we'd do gold leaf, and it'd take all day long to just do a little space. And so all these years I've thought, look what I have done. I did that. But now that I'm older and experienced, I realized we were just free labor. That's what we were. But it's still nice to, and all of that's staying. All of the beautifications that have been done over the years.
Nothing is changing about the building.
These are basic.
We just become the new caretakers and the stewards of the building. And hope to make it be used more.
Because I know somebody called me and they said, "Hey man, there's dumpsters outside of the Perot." Can't be, no. So.
Well, actually, they've been great conversation pieces.
Yeah.
Help folks know.
Let me ask you this: with now we've had our arts and entertainment district down here, of course, Perot being part of that. But now that the entertainment. Did I say that already? Historic arts and whatever, but now they've added the entertainment.
Yes.
That should bring a lot more traffic too, right?
We hope so. TSO plans to expand the concessions capabilities by having it on all the levels here and even putting one outside now that you can actually serve before you come into the theater. That's one of the biggest wins for the theater in respect to helping us with traffic. As a 1920s house, the lobby areas are small, which makes concessions hard.
Right.
So being able to start that on the sidewalk will be a great help with lines and that kind of thing.
Sure.
So we think, it opens up lots of other opportunities to close off the block like it's been done before and cooperate
With the street
other
parties, love
restaurants.
Christmas at the Perot. These things have become, well, they're staples to the
Certainly.
community now. We got to have them.
Yeah, and the Holiday Traditions, which has been a city and track sponsored event, will continue. Is now a city and TSO sponsored event.
And this is also
the weekend
going to,
before Christmas.
you think this will also free track up for a little more focus on some of the other projects that they have?
I think so. They've been in the paper on record of that. I think they're going to be refocusing on all the wonderful and great education programming they do.
They do.
And TSO's been real clear and through the whole bidding process with the city that we don't want track to leave the building or to go away.
Oh, well, no, we've got to have Texarkana Regional Arts.
We want all the education programming, and if they desire to do a
Sure.
theater art series, that's great too. In many ways, we're just flip-flopping.
Yeah.
They become renters like we were renters, and we become managers. So it's pretty seamless, and folks like Randall and
everybody
Chrisman-
excited about it on both sides. That was good. When you pull up and you see these big dumpsters out front, you're thinking, oh no. But then to find out that it's all good news, that's what I want to hear, right?
But Randall and Noah Chrisman and Debbie Gillum will be familiar faces. Randall will be a part-time capacity, but Noah and Debbie you'll see every day.
Hey, Noah, he's in the mirror over there.
So they'll be familiar faces, a couple of new faces, a couple of new ways of doing things, but for the most part, the public, it'll be a seamless transition.
Come enjoy the elegance that is the Perot Theater. I just, to just sit in the crushed velvet seats and to see when the lights are dim, so you got just enough glisten. Oh, it's a beautiful theater. It really is. So for forgetting all about last year and everything and leading forward with fingers crossed, we're looking for a good season coming up.
Yes, of course, COVID has thrown a wrench in all the performing arts throughout the United States
Everything.
and the world.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the traveling shows or renters are making up dates from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of puts us a little bit behind the ball. The symphony has its full season. We have several requests to rent the theater that we're working through right now. And the TSO is working on building a small series to get activity back in the theater this year. And I know that TRAC is still going to do their education programs in the spring, as well as some other programming that they have. So
Mr. Clark?
it may take us a year to get back to full speed.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but,
yeah.
But it will happen.
Well, if you want it to happen right, you need to take time. Because these things that you're doing, it is very detailed.
Yes.
It may not seem like it to most folks, but it really is.
Very much so.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to explain that we're not tearing anything down. But no, to meet you and talk to you, and you guys take a few minutes to let us know what's going on and what's coming up. Some great shows, a lot of good entertainment, all the friendly faces that we remember, but some improvements coming to the
we'd love to
program.
have the community and the public's input on the types of things they'd like to see. So commenting to your page or to the TSO page.
Well, what's your
on
website?
Facebook. Our website is texarkanasymphony.org. And after the transition on September 1, there'll be a website that is protheater.org.
So, but right now, texarkanasymphony.org.
But the theater has a Facebook page
Mm-hmm.
and Twitter account, and you're welcome to tweet or comment on things that you'd like to see in the theater in the future on those sites as well.
That's right. Go, like, follow, share.